to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the Aflac Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. Makes a man miss. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Tight end now in motion. It's a draw. Oh, better look out. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Quick handoff. There he goes. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Vasquez. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time late in the season.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. With the catch, it's Hamilton. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Sun Devils are marching down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's caught. It's Hamilton. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Now from inside the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Flanagan. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Got it behind the line. It's Brady. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The Tigers come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time. Trickery and deception. They snap to the up man. And no guts, no glory. They pick up the 1st down.
And when they bring on the punt unit, a lot of times I change my personnel and I bring on a different unit, and I think it worked to their advantage. 4th and inches, you don't think they're going to run a fake. They run a fake, execute it great. Nice job by this punt unit.
Takes the handoff. It's Watkins. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to run it to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Sun Devils. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in the interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Final play of the quarter coming. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hubbard. At the 45 on his way. They trip him up, but not before he has a huge gain and sends a bolt of momentum into the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. He fires one deep down the right side. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, it's a 2nd catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense, and he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
On the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown, LSU. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Buffalo handled its business today, and given what the week was like in Western New York, that is saying something. This is a focused group, and it's reflected in that final score. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Sends it downfield, and that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hamilton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, at this point on offense, it's all about finding completions and finding your rhythm. And they get a few yards there with the slant.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Punt is on its way. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field. Turning it on. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years. Foundation, a running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice the safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Going to swing it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Handoff to the lone back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. Breaks into the open. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Now they'll try the right side. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13th. And the Sun Devils moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Sun Devils will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch of the midfield logo. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Leaves it with the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Hubbard. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. He'll try it again. And he's dragged down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Not a chance. Missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marked it at the 47.
We need a 2-minute offense. When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
LSU, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Time to take a shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the move. He's now up to 75 yards on the ground. A very productive 1st half here in the season opener. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Leaves it with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the 1st half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
LSU, 14.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Vasquez. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Back to pass on second down. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Stop just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Washington.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Caught in the backfield. It's Flanagan. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And that one's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Hamilton. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Palmer.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him.
And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, they tried to catch him off guard with the pass play down there on the goal line, but David, he just held on to it way too long. The defense able to get home and get the sack.
Yeah, and that's great coverage. And you love this part of the field. You know exactly what you want to do. You play more man coverage. There's less space to coverage. You don't have to worry about those speedy wide receivers going deep. Nice job not only on first down getting the sack. Now I put them into a predictable second down. Now they can't just run the football and be conservative.
The Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Keeps looking downfield. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fakes to grab. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners. Award from Johnny Rogers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Play action. Under fire. And the defense got him at the 27.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's a flea flicker. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this defense is feasting. You can tell. They know they got the lead, and they know they have to pass. So they're pinning their ears back. They're bringing pressure. This offense, they have to do a better job, man. You got to protect your QB. Give him some time if you want to get back in this ball.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Paul.
There he goes! The tap! Touchdown, Arizona State! And the punishment has been extended.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
LSU, 14.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throws for the tight end. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. They fake it again. Pretty soon you keep faking it. It's not really a fake. They tried to catch him napping on that fake, but turns out they were wide awake.
Man, the fake punt. The idea of the fake punt is so great. I'm going to catch you off guard, get a free first down. When it goes south, everybody's ticked off. Why did you do it? What a stupid play call. So if you just called it, sorry, but that's what I had to say.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might as well stick with him. Hard running there. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6. points.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
LSU 14.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
The play action fake. Throwing right. He's got an open man. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. White wants to throw it. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. LSU quick to the line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. White going to attack through the air. Extending the play. Firing to the right, complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trying to keep the drive alive. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. This has become almost automatic. 4th and 1, go for it. They did, and they got it.
No doubt about it. discussion. I don't need to consult my offensive coordinator. I don't need to consult my defensive coordinator. We're going for that, and we're going to get it, and we're going to go for it. And if we don't get it, we're going to go for it the next time.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Touchdown, LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Fresno State came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks inside Bulldog Stadium had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got a man. It's Washington. Good ball, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And the Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Almost pop free on the screen, but he'll be stopped short of the line to gain. It's 4th down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. First play of the drive comes from the 22. White wants to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Open space at the 25. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Tigers want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics. Fourth down, said it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big...
Going for it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. White going to attack through the air. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Buying some time. Back swinging with the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona State! And the beatdown has ensued.
Hey, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
State, 52. LSU, 29.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. White wants to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's